In this video, we'll explore the evolution of Apple from its humble beginnings to becoming a tech giant. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. I bet you didn't know that in the heart of Silicon Valley, a legend was born. It wasn't in a gleaming corporate office or a high-tech lab. Apple, the tech titan we know today, started in a humble garage. This unlikely birthplace housed the dreams of two young visionaries, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. In 1976, they set out to change the world, one personal computer at a time. Their goal was simple, to make technology accessible to everyone. Little did they know, their garage-built venture would spark a revolution, forever altering the landscape of technology and our relationship with it. Jobs and Wozniak understood that for computers to truly transform the world, they needed to be more than just tools for engineers and hobbyists. They needed to be accessible to everyone, regardless of their technical expertise. With this vision in mind, they created the Apple II, a computer designed for the masses. Released in 1977, the Apple II was a revelation. Unlike its predecessor, the Apple II was a fully realized personal computer, complete with a keyboard, monitor and storage drive. It was user-friendly, affordable, and most importantly, it had a color display, a groundbreaking feature at the time. The Apple II was an instant success, becoming the first mass-market personal computer and catapulting Apple into the spotlight. The impact of the Apple II extended far beyond the tech world. It found its way into homes, schools and businesses, democratizing access to technology and sparking a wave of creativity and innovation. The 1980s marked a period of significant growth and innovation for Apple. The company continued to refine the Apple II line, introducing more powerful and user-friendly models that further solidified its dominance in the personal computer market. However, Jobs had his sights set on an even more ambitious goal: to create a computer that was not just powerful, but also aesthetically pleasing and intuitive to use. This vision led to the development of the Macintosh. Introduced in 1984 with a now iconic Super Bowl commercial, the Macintosh was a radical departure from the computers of its time. It featured a graphical user interface, or GUI, with a mouse, making it incredibly easy to use. This was a stark contrast to the command line interfaces of other computers, which required users to memorize complex commands. The Macintosh was revolutionary, not just for its technology, but also for its design. It was sleek, compact and undeniably cool, a testament to Jobs' obsession with aesthetics. The Macintosh was a critical and commercial success, establishing Apple as a leader in innovation and design. The story of Apple in its early years is a testament to the power of vision, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. From a humble garage to a global tech powerhouse, Apple's journey was fueled by a belief in the transformative power of technology and a commitment to creating products that were both functional and beautiful. The Apple II made computers accessible to the masses, while the Macintosh revolutionized the way we interact with technology, paving the way for the user-friendly devices we use today. But Apple's story is far from over. In the decades that followed, the company would face its share of challenges and setbacks, but it would also experience a resurgence under the leadership of its prodigal co-founder, Steve Jobs. The introduction of iconic products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad would solidify Apple's position as a global tech titan, forever changing the way we consume media, communicate with each other, and interact with the world around us. The legacy of innovation that began in a small garage in Silicon Valley continues to shape the technological landscape today, and Apple's relentless pursuit of excellence shows no signs of slowing down. The 1980s were a time of immense change and innovation in the tech world, and Apple, despite its early successes, faced growing competition. IBM's entry into the personal computer market with its IBM PC and the open architecture of its operating system Mississippi, DOS, posed a significant challenge to Apple's closed ecosystem approach. While the Macintosh had garnered a loyal following, the IBM PC's affordability and compatibility with a wider range of software made it a popular choice for businesses and consumers alike. The rise of the IBM PC and the emergence of Microsoft as a dominant force in the software industry forced Apple to adapt. The company continued to innovate, releasing updated versions of the Macintosh with improved performance and features, but it struggled to keep pace with the rapid growth of the IBM PC market. Apple's commitment to its closed ecosystem, while ensuring a high-quality user experience, limited the availability of third-party software, hindering its appeal to a broader audience. The latter half of the 1980s was a tumultuous time for Apple. Internal conflicts, disagreements over the company's direction, and the challenges posed by the rapidly evolving tech landscape led to a power struggle within the company. Steve Jobs, known for his visionary leadership but also his demanding management style, clashed with Apple's CEO, John Sculley, whom Jobs himself had recruited from PepsiCo a few years earlier. The conflict culminated in Jobs' ouster from the company he had co-founded. Jobs' departure in 1985 sent shockwaves through Apple and the tech industry. He had been the face of the company, the driving force behind its early successes and its relentless pursuit of innovation. His absence left a void in leadership and sparked uncertainty about Apple's future direction. Sculley, now at the helm, faced the daunting task of navigating Apple through a period of intense competition and technological upheaval. The early 1990s marked a period of continued innovation for Apple, but the company still faced an uphill battle against the dominance of the IBM PC platform and the rising tide of Microsoft Windows. Sculley's strategy focused on expanding the Macintosh product line, catering to both professional and consumer markets and embracing new technologies to stay ahead of the curve. One of the most significant developments during this era was the introduction of the PowerBook series in 1991. Designed by Apple's industrial design team led by Johnny Ive, the PowerBook was a revolutionary product that redefined the laptop computer. It was sleek, compact and powerful, featuring a built-in trackball, a palm rest, and a distinctive dark grey case that set it apart from the bulky beige laptops of its time. The PowerBook was an instant success, becoming a status symbol and a must-have for mobile professionals. It established Apple as a leader in laptop design and helped to solidify its reputation for innovation and style. Despite its innovative products and ongoing efforts to refine its software, Apple faced growing financial challenges in the early 1990s. The company's market share continued to erode as Microsoft Windows gained dominance in the PC market, and its reliance on high-end, premium-priced products limited its appeal to price-sensitive consumers. John Sculley's tenure as CEO came to an end in 1993, and he was succeeded by Michael Spindler, a German-born Apple executive who had been with the company since the early 1980s. Spindler inherited a company at a crossroads, facing intense competition, internal divisions, and the need for a clear strategic direction. He recognized the need to cut costs, streamline operations, and explore new markets to revitalize Apple's fortunes. Under his leadership, Apple introduced a number of new products, including the Newton MessagePad PDA in 1993 and the Power Macintosh series of computers in 1994. The Newton MessagePad was an ambitious attempt to create a new category of mobile computing device, but it was hampered by its high price, limited functionality, and unreliable handwriting recognition software. While the Newton MessagePad ultimately failed to gain widespread adoption, it laid the groundwork for future handheld computing devices, including Apple's own iPod and iPhone. By the mid-1990s, Apple's future looked increasingly uncertain. The company's financial performance continued to decline, Its market share dwindled, and its product strategy seemed unfocused, with a confusing array of product lines and a lack of a clear vision for the future. Michael Spindler's efforts to restructure the company and revitalize its product offerings had failed to produce the desired results, and the board of directors grew increasingly impatient. In 1996, Spindler was replaced as CEO by Gil Amelio, another longtime Apple executive who had previously led the company's Macintosh division. Amelio inherited a company in crisis, facing an existential threat from the dominance of Microsoft Windows and the rise of the Internet. He recognized the need for drastic measures to save Apple and set about implementing a series of bold and sometimes controversial changes. Amelio's strategy focused on streamlining Apple's product line, cutting costs, and exploring strategic acquisitions to acquire new technologies and talent. The return of Steve Jobs to Apple in 1997 marked a turning point in the company's history. Jobs, initially brought back as an advisor following the acquisition of Next, quickly assumed a more prominent role, becoming Apple's interim CEO later that year. His return brought a renewed sense of purpose and direction to Apple as he set about dismantling Amelio's strategies and implementing his own vision for the company's future. Jobs believed that Apple had lost its way, focusing too much on technical specifications and market share, and not enough on the user experience and the emotional connection that people had with its products. He famously declared that Apple was going to start making boxes again, emphasizing a renewed focus on building beautiful, intuitive products that people would love to use. Jobs' first order of business was to streamline Apple's product line, which had become bloated and confusing under previous leadership. Section 7. The power of collaboration, partnerships, and growth. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple embarked on a period of intense product development and innovation. Jobs recognized that Apple couldn't succeed in isolation and that strategic partnerships would be crucial to regaining its footing in the tech industry. One of his most significant moves was to mend fences with Microsoft, ending years of acrimony between the two companies. In 1997, Jobs announced a strategic partnership with Microsoft in which Microsoft made a $150 million investment in Apple and committed to developing versions of its popular Office suite of productivity software for the Macintosh. The partnership, which shocked many in the tech industry, provided Apple with much-needed capital and a commitment from Microsoft to continue supporting the Macintosh platform. The Microsoft partnership was a pragmatic move by Jobs, recognizing that Apple needed to ensure the availability of essential software like Microsoft Office to attract a wider audience. It also freed up Apple's engineers to focus on developing innovative hardware and software that would differentiate its products from the competition. Section 8. The seeds of a revolution. As the 20th century drew to a close, Apple was a company transformed. Under Steve Jobs' leadership, it had transitioned from a struggling computer maker to a resurgent innovator, poised to redefine the tech landscape. The company had streamlined its product line, forged strategic partnerships, and cultivated a loyal customer base with its iconic Think Different marketing campaign and its innovative retail stores. However, the most significant changes were yet to come. Jobs had a grand vision for Apple, one that extended far beyond its roots in personal computing. He envisioned a world where Apple's devices would become indispensable tools for communication, creativity, and entertainment, seamlessly integrated into every aspect of people's lives. The seeds of this revolution were sown with the introduction of the iMac in 1998. The iMac was a radical departure from the beige boxes that had come to define the personal computer market. The acquisition of Next in 1996 wasn't just about bringing Steve Jobs back into the fold. It was about injecting Apple with a much-needed dose of technological innovation. Next's operating system, Next Step, was a technological marvel, years ahead of its time. It boasted a powerful object-oriented architecture, a user-friendly interface, and advanced features like preemptive multitasking and protected memory. Jobs recognized the potential of Next Step to form the foundation for a next-generation operating system for the Macintosh, one that could rival the capabilities of Microsoft Windows while maintaining Apple's commitment to simplicity and elegance. The integration of Next Step into Apple's product line was a gradual process, but it marked a significant turning point in the company's technological trajectory. Engineers from Apple and Next worked tirelessly to adapt and refine Next Step for the Macintosh platform, leveraging its advanced features to create a more stable, powerful, and user-friendly operating system. This fusion of technologies and expertise would culminate in the release of Mac OS X, later renamed macOS, in 2001. The development of Mac OS X was a massive undertaking, but it was essential to Apple's long-term success. While the development of Mac OS X was underway behind the scenes, Steve Jobs knew that Apple needed a hit product to capture the public's imagination and signal that the company was back on track. That product arrived in 1998 in the form of the iMac, a revolutionary all-in-one computer that would redefine Apple's design language and set the stage for a new era of innovation. The iMac was a radical departure from the beige boxes that had become synonymous with personal computers. Designed by Johnny Ive, Apple's newly appointed Senior Vice President of Industrial Design, the iMac featured a sleek, translucent Bondi blue case that revealed its inner workings. Its curvy, organic form was a stark contrast to the sharp edges and right angles of traditional computers, and its all-in-one design, with the computer, monitor, and speakers housed in a single unit, simplified the computing experience. The iMac was not just a technological marvel, it was a cultural phenomenon. In early 2001, after years of development and anticipation, Apple released Mac OS X, a modern, Unix-based operating system that would become the foundation for all future Mac computers. OS X, later renamed Mac OS, was a significant departure from Apple's previous operating system, Mac OS 9, offering a more stable, secure, and feature-rich platform for both users and developers. One of the key innovations of Mac OS X was its Aqua user interface, a visually stunning interface that introduced translucent windows, drop shadows, realistic icons, and smooth animations. Aqua's elegant design and intuitive layout made Mac OS X a joy to use, while its advanced features like preemptive multitasking and protected memory enhanced the overall stability and performance of the operating system. Mac OS X also introduced a number of new technologies and applications, including the dock, a dynamic application launcher that provided quick access to frequently used programs. Expose, say, a feature that allowed users to easily manage multiple windows, and QuickTime, a multimedia framework that supported a wide range of audio and video formats. As Apple entered the new millennium, Steve Jobs outlined a bold vision for the company's future, to position the Macintosh as the digital hub of the home. This strategy, known as the Digital Hub Strategy, aimed to make the Mac the central device for managing, editing, and enjoying digital media, connecting users' computers to their cameras, music players, and other devices. The Digital Hub Strategy was a recognition of the growing importance of digital media in people's lives. Digital cameras were becoming increasingly popular. MP3 players were revolutionizing music consumption, and the internet was rapidly becoming a primary source of information and entertainment. Jobs recognized that the personal computer, with its processing power, storage capacity, and connectivity options, was ideally suited to become the central hub for managing and enjoying this burgeoning world of digital content. To realize the digital hub vision, Apple embarked on a multi-pronged strategy. At the turn of the millennium, the music industry was in a state of flux. The rise of the internet and digital music files, particularly in the MP3 format, had upended traditional models of music distribution, leading to widespread piracy and declining CD sales. Napster, a peer-to-peer file-sharing service, had emerged as a popular, albeit controversial, way for music lovers to share and download music for free, much to the chagrin of record labels and music publishers. Steve Jobs recognized both the threat and the opportunity presented by the digital music revolution. He understood that people were eager to embrace digital music, but were frustrated by the cumbersome software and the legal grey areas surrounding file sharing. Jobs believed that Apple, with its design prowess, user-centric approach, and growing ecosystem of digital devices, was uniquely positioned to create a legal, user-friendly, and ultimately profitable digital music experience. In January 2001, Apple launched iTunes, a digital media player application designed to organize, play, and purchase digital music. The launch of the iPod and iTunes marked a significant shift in Apple's strategic direction. For decades, the company had focused primarily on its Macintosh computers, with other products and services often seen as secondary to the Mac. However, the success of the iPod, which quickly became a cultural phenomenon, demonstrated the potential for Apple to create category-defining devices that extended beyond the realm of personal computing. Jobs recognized that Apple's future success lay not just in building great computers, but in creating a suite of interconnected devices and services that would seamlessly integrate into people's lives. This shift from a Mac-centric to a device-centric strategy would shape Apple's product development and business model for years to come, paving the way for the iPhone, the iPad, and the Apple Watch. The iPod's success also highlighted the importance of design, user experience, and brand identity in Apple's product strategy. The iPod's impact extended far beyond the realm of technology. It became a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the digital music revolution, and a ubiquitous accessory for a generation. Its sleek design, intuitive interface, and massive storage capacity, which allowed users to carry thousands of songs in their pockets, transformed the way people listened to, shared, and experienced music. The iPod's success was fueled by a confluence of factors. Its arrival coincided with the growing popularity of digital music and the increasing affordability of portable storage devices. The iPod's integration with iTunes, which provided a legal and user-friendly way to purchase and manage digital music, addressed the concerns of both consumers and the music industry, which had been grappling with the rise of piracy. The iPod's cultural impact was undeniable. Section 4. Beyond music, the iPod's expanding universe. As the iPod's popularity soared, Apple recognized the opportunity to expand its capabilities beyond music. The company introduced new iPod models with expanded storage capacities, color screens, and support for video playback, transforming the iPod from a music player into a versatile multimedia device. The iPod Photo, released in 2004, introduced the ability to view photos on the iPod's color screen, allowing users to carry their photo libraries with them wherever they went. The iPod Video, launched in 2005, added support for video playback, bringing movies, TV shows, and music videos to the portable device. These new capabilities transformed the iPod from a single-purpose music player into a multifunctional entertainment device, further solidifying its position as a cultural phenomenon and a must-have gadget. Section 5. iTunes evolves, a content distribution powerhouse. As the iPod became a global phenomenon, iTunes evolved from a simple music player application into a comprehensive digital media platform, a gateway to a vast library of music, movies, TV shows, audiobooks, and podcasts. Apple's strategic partnerships with record labels, movie studios and other content providers transformed iTunes into a one-stop shop for digital entertainment. The launch of the iTunes Music Store in 2003 was a pivotal moment in the evolution of digital music distribution. For the first time, consumers could legally purchase and download individual songs from a vast catalogue of major and independent artists, all at a reasonable price. The iTunes Music Store's success helped to legitimize digital music sales and provided a much-needed lifeline to the music industry, which had been grappling with declining CD sales and rampant piracy. The iTunes Store's success paved the way for the expansion of iTunes into other forms of digital content. Section 6. The iPhone's Genesis, a convergence of ideas. While the iPod was transforming the way people consumed music and entertainment, another technological revolution was underway, the rise of the smartphone. Early smartphones, while promising, were often clunky, difficult to use, and limited in their capabilities. Jobs, with his keen eye for emerging trends and his relentless pursuit of innovation, recognized the potential to create a smartphone that was both powerful and incredibly easy to use, a device that would redefine the mobile phone experience. The iPhone's genesis can be traced back to a number of converging ideas and technologies. The iPod's success had demonstrated the power of touch-based interfaces and the importance of a seamless user experience. The rise of mobile internet access, albeit still in its infancy, suggested a future where people would be constantly connected, accessing information and entertainment on the go. Jobs tasked Apple's engineers with exploring these converging trends, challenging them to create a device that combined the functionality of a mobile phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator in a single elegant package. Section 7. Reinventing the phone, a touchscreen revolution. In January 2007, at the Macworld Conference and Expo in San Francisco, Steve Jobs took the stage to introduce a device that would change the world, the iPhone. Jobs described the iPhone as a revolutionary and magical product that would reinvent the mobile phone. And, well, he was not exaggerating. The iPhone was unlike any other phone on the market. Its sleek, minimalist design, dominated by a large 3.5-inch multi-touch display, was a radical departure from the clunky button-laden phones of the time. The iPhone's revolutionary multi-touch interface, which allowed users to navigate menus, scroll through lists, and interact with applications using intuitive finger gestures, seemed like something out of science fiction. The iPhone software, a mobile operating system dubbed iPhone OS, later renamed iOS, was just as revolutionary as its hardware. Section 8. The App Store, unleashing a mobile ecosystem. While the iPhone's initial release was a resounding success, it was the launch of the App Store in July 2008 that truly unleashed the device's potential and transformed it into a cultural phenomenon. The App Store, a digital marketplace for third-party applications, allowed developers from around the world to create and distribute their own applications for the iPhone, extending its capabilities far beyond its initial design. The App Store was a game-changer, creating a vibrant ecosystem of applications that spanned every conceivable category, from games and productivity tools to social networking and entertainment. The App Store's success was fueled by its ease of use, its vast selection of applications, and its revenue-sharing model, which allowed developers to monetize their creations while providing Apple with a cut of the profits. The App Store transformed the iPhone from a closed ecosystem into an open platform, fostering innovation and creativity on a scale never seen before in the mobile industry. Section 1. A new paradigm, the iPhone's arrival. The year was 2007. The mobile phone landscape was dominated by clunky devices with physical keyboards, limited functionality and clunky interfaces. Then, on January 9th, Steve Jobs took the stage at the Macworld Conference and Expo and uttered 4 words that would change everything. "This is the iPhone." The audience erupted in applause, but few could have predicted the seismic shift the iPhone would trigger. Section 2. The power of touch. Reimagining the user experience. One of the iPhone's most revolutionary features was its multi-touch display. At a time when most phones relied on physical buttons and clunky navigation wheels, the iPhone's touchscreen interface was a revelation. With a single finger, users could navigate menus, scroll through lists, and interact with applications with an intuitiveness that felt almost natural. Pinch to zoom, swipe to scroll, and double tap to select became second nature, transforming the way we interacted with technology. The iPhone's touch-based interface wasn't just about novelty, it was about accessibility. Section 3. A world in your pocket, the iPhone's core applications. The first iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was a gateway to a world of possibilities, thanks to its suite of core applications designed to enhance productivity, communication, and entertainment. The iPhone's phone app, with its intuitive dialer and contact list, made making calls a breeze. The email app, with its support for multiple accounts and easy-to-use interface, made staying connected on the go effortless. The Safari web browser, optimized for the iPhone's multi-touch display, brought the power of the internet to the palm of your hand. But the iPhone's core applications went beyond basic functionality. The iPod app, with its familiar interface and vast music library, transformed the iPhone into a portable entertainment hub. Section 4. The App Store igniting a mobile revolution. While the iPhone's hardware and core applications were impressive in their own right, it was the launch of the App Store in July 2008 that truly unleashed the device's potential and transformed it into the cultural phenomenon it is today. The App Store was a digital marketplace where developers from around the world could offer their own applications for the iPhone, extending its functionality far beyond its initial design. It was a radical concept, one that would forever change the way we think about mobile phones. The response was nothing short of explosive. Section 5. Beyond the first generation. The iPhone's evolution continues. The first iPhone was a game changer, but Apple wasn't content to rest on its laurels. The company continued to iterate and innovate, releasing new iPhone models with each passing year, each one pushing the boundaries of technology and design. The iPhone 3G, released in 2008, introduced faster 3G data speeds and GPS functionality. Section 6. A cultural phenomenon. The iPhone's impact on society. The iPhone's impact extended far beyond the realm of technology. It became a cultural phenomenon, a ubiquitous symbol of the digital age, and a device that fundamentally changed the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. The iPhone became an extension of ourselves, a constant companion that kept us connected to our loved ones, our work, and a constant stream of information and entertainment. Section 7. The iPhone's legacy, a foundation for the future. The iPhone's legacy extends far beyond its impressive sales figures or its cultural cachet. It lies in its transformative impact on technology, its enduring influence on design, and its profound effect on the way we live, work, and communicate. The iPhone established Apple as the preeminent technology company in the world, a position it continues to hold today. The App Store, launched in 2008, wasn't just a digital storefront, it was a revolution. It transformed the iPhone from a remarkable device into a platform of limitless possibilities. Before the App Store, Mobile phones were largely defined by their built-in features, their potential constrained by the vision of their manufacturers. The App Store flipped the script. In 2010, Apple once again redefined the tech landscape with the introduction of the iPad. Jobs described it as a magical and revolutionary device that would bridge the gap between smartphones and laptops, creating a new category of mobile computing devices. The world watched, captivated, as Jobs unveiled a sleek rectangular device with a 9.7-inch multi-touch display, a device that seemed both familiar and entirely new. The iPad was more than just a larger iPhone, it was a bold statement about the future of computing. Not content to rest on its laurels, Apple continued to push the boundaries of technology and design. In 2015, the company entered the nascent wearable technology market with the Apple Watch. Positioned as a companion device to the iPhone, the Apple Watch was designed to extend the iPhone's functionality to the wrist, offering notifications, fitness tracking, and a growing library of apps, all in a stylish and customizable package. The Apple Watch was a gamble for Apple, a foray into a new and unproven market. Section 4. Beyond devices, Apple's services ecosystem. While Apple continued to innovate in the hardware space, the company also quietly built a formidable services ecosystem, complementing its devices and generating a recurring revenue stream. Services like Apple Music, iCloud, Apple Pay, and the App Store itself transformed Apple from a hardware manufacturer into a holistic technology provider, deeply embedded in its users' digital lives. Apple Music, launched in 2015, took on established music streaming giants like Spotify, offering a vast catalogue of songs, curated playlists, and exclusive content. Section 5. A Design Legacy, Jony Ive and the Evolution of Apple's Aesthetics. No discussion of Apple's evolution would be complete without acknowledging the profound influence of Jony Ive, Apple's former chief design officer. Ive, who joined Apple in 1992, was the driving force behind the company's design renaissance, shaping the look and feel of iconic products from the iMac to the iPhone. Ive's design philosophy was characterized by a relentless pursuit of minimalism, a focus on materials and manufacturing processes, and an almost fanatical attention to detail. Section 6. Tim Cook's leadership steering Apple into a new era. When Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, the tech world mourned the loss of a visionary leader. Tim Cook, who had been Apple's COO since 1998, stepped into the role of CEO, facing the daunting task of filling the shoes of one of the most iconic figures in technology history. Cook's leadership style differed markedly from Jobs's. While Jobs was known for his charisma, his demanding nature, and his singular vision, Cook was a more understated leader, emphasizing operational efficiency, supply chain management, and a collaborative approach to product development. Under Cook's leadership, Apple continued to innovate, releasing successful products like the Apple Watch, AirPods, and a steady stream of iPhone and iPad updates. Section 7. The future of Apple innovation, expansion, and the quest for what's next. As Apple enters its fifth decade, the company faces both challenges and opportunities. The smartphone market, once a driver of explosive growth, has matured and competition remains fierce. Meanwhile, new technological frontiers such as augmented reality, virtual reality, and artificial intelligence beckon with the promise of disruption and transformation. Apple has never been shy about venturing into uncharted territory. The company is rumored to be developing a mixed reality headset blending AR and VR technologies, and its investments in AI suggest a future where its devices become even more intelligent and personalized. Beyond specific products, Apple's future success may hinge on its ability to leverage its vast ecosystem of devices, software and services to create seamless and compelling experiences for its users. Section 1. A legacy forged in silicon. Apple's journey from a humble garage startup to a global tech titan is a testament to the power of innovation, vision, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. From the revolutionary Apple II, which democratized personal computing, to the iconic Macintosh, which redefined user experience, Apple has consistently challenged conventions and pushed the boundaries of what's possible with technology. The company's relentless pursuit of innovation, its meticulous attention to detail, and its deep understanding of the human relationship with technology have made it one of the most successful and influential companies in history. Apple's story is not just about products. It's about the people who created them, the users who embraced them, and the impact they've had on the world. Section 2. The enduring power of vision. Central to Apple's success has been its unwavering commitment to a clear and compelling vision. From the outset, Steve Jobs instilled in the company a belief that technology should be both powerful and accessible, that it should empower individuals and enhance their lives. This vision, often articulated as a desire to put a dent in the universe, guided Apple's product development, its marketing, and its corporate culture. The power of Apple's vision lay not just in its clarity, but also in its consistency. Despite facing setbacks, market pressures, and internal conflicts, Apple never wavered from its core principles: simplicity, elegance, and a relentless focus on the user experience. One of Apple's greatest achievements has been its ability to humanize technology, to transform complex machines into intuitive tools that feel like natural extensions of ourselves. From the intuitive graphical user interface of the Macintosh to the revolutionary multi-touch display of the iPhone, Apple has consistently strived to make technology more approachable, more enjoyable, and more deeply integrated into our lives. Apple's focus on the human element of technology is evident in its meticulous attention to detail, its obsession with simplicity, and its deep understanding of how people interact with their devices. The company's designers and engineers have consistently prioritized user experience, ergonomics, and aesthetics, creating products that are not just functional, but also beautiful, intuitive, and even emotionally satisfying to use. Apple's journey from a small startup to a global icon is a story of remarkable transformation. From its humble beginnings in a Los Altos garage to its current status as one of the world's most valuable companies, Apple's rise has been nothing short of meteoric. The company's trajectory has been marked by periods of both triumph and tribulation, innovation and imitation. But through it all, Apple has maintained its unwavering commitment to its core values, its relentless pursuit of excellence, and its ability to capture the public's imagination. Apple's transformation from a niche computer maker to a global technology powerhouse is a testament to the power of vision, the importance of adaptability, and the enduring allure of innovation. One of Apple's greatest strengths lies in its ability to create a seamless and integrated ecosystem of devices, software, and services. From the moment you pick up your iPhone to the time you slip on your Apple Watch, you're immersed in a world designed to work together effortlessly, enhancing your productivity, enriching your entertainment, and simplifying your digital life. The Apple ecosystem is built on a foundation of shared design principles, intuitive user interfaces, and a deep understanding of how people interact with their devices. This interconnectedness allows for a level of synergy and convenience that is unmatched in the tech industry. Your iPhone seamlessly syncs with your MacBook, allowing you to start a task on one device and pick up where you left off on another. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of Apple's remarkable journey from garage startup to tech titan. We've witnessed the birth of iconic products, the evolution of a company, and the enduring impact of a vision that has shaped the digital age, but the story doesn't end here. Apple's relentless pursuit of innovation continues, promising even more groundbreaking products, services, and experiences in the years to come. To stay ahead of the curve, to gain valuable insights into the world of technology and business, we invite you to subscribe to Wall Street